Okay, hello. It is vanilla, or you could call me bun, and you already know the drill. I got a package. We are going to open it. This is gonna be a fun video. So my friends over at MaxEmblem sent me some keychains of some designs that I sent them of my OC Lucky. Oh my goodness, look at how cute they are. I'll tell you a little bit more about MaxEmblem while I color this sketchbook spread, and I also tell you what my process is about sketchbook spreads because I was definitely inspired after seeing these little cute charms. Look at them, they're like metal. Oh my goodness. I am freaking out. Anyways, I'm going to color this and I'm going to tell you more about my friends at MaxEmblem. There we go. Okay, once again, it is voiceover bun here, and I have heard a lot of questions back in the day about how I format my sketchbook spreads or how I lay out my pages, and honestly, I have kind of fallen off when it comes to that. But I decided that this time I'll actually go for it since I've been looking through my old sketchbooks. And by the way, if you guys want me to do a sketchbook tour from my elementary school sketchbooks, let me know in the comments because I feel like I peaked with those sketchbooks. However, I digress. So I decided after a long time of thinking to do a sketchbook spread because I was pretty inspired by A, the designs that I did, and B, my old sketchbooks, as I mentioned before. Let me talk a little bit about MaxEmblem first. So MaxEmblem is a brand that specializes in not only keychains, but in crafting high quality custom pins, medals, and coins for artists and creators. So if you have a shop or anything, they are actually super fun to work with, and it's really easy to come in contact with them. So on the screen, I'm going to put the original designs that I made for the keychains. I was kind of skeptical at first because I was just like, oh my gosh, is this too much for enamel keychain? Because I've never made something like that before. I've only ever gotten to do acrylic keychain and enamel pins before, but I never had to like do a keychain, which was really cool. So I decided I'd go for the more simpler route. And if I think about it rationally, I don't think it was too simple of a design, or two designs actually. But I kind of tested my limits and they actually pulled through. So for the specifications, for the double-sided lucky pink one where he was wearing a strawberry, I chose to do the soft enamel keychain for that, and I chose to do like whatever size was recommended, but I asked for the 3-inch. The number of colors was 9 to 12. Plating was shiny gold or like anything that was recommended, and they still pulled through with the shiny gold. The star-shaped clasp, of course. Yeah, so I asked for that for the lucky one, and then the second one was the lucky in the taiyaki. I've been pretty obsessed with taiyaki lately. I don't know why, but drawing my little goofy little character being eaten by a goofy little snack, very fun. So for that one, I chose the hard enamel keychain, and for this one was also the 3-inch or recommended size, and it was 1 to 5 colors, and it was shiny gold again, or whatever they chose, because sometimes they like to do the lining as whatever the plating is. They kind of recommend like, oh hey, like if you want the liner to be seen more clearly, like you could choose this plating, but they pulled through with the gold and it actually looks really good, so I think they agreed with me there. And yeah, the clasp is really cute and everything. I put it on my school bag and it survived the hour-long transit that I have to take, and I did a bend test because, you know, I am a very clumsy person and tend to drop things a lot. And dude, these guys are strong. They are strong, but they are also heavy because they are metal. But yeah, if you guys are worried about these guys being too thin or very fragile, they are the total opposite. They are very strong and durable. And alright, as a little bonus, I'm going to talk about my lucky boy, my little OC Lucky. I think he is one of my more underrated popular characters, even though he is part of my main OC trio. I recently did a character poll seeing which one of the trio everyone liked the most, and despite the amount of feedback that I got saying everyone liked all three, he was clearly not the winner, which is fine because I haven't really talked about him much, which is why I'm gonna do that today. But yes, this is my OC Lucky. He's half Filipino, half Japanese. Shout out to the Filipino people. And his whole entire personality revolves around him being a glasses boy. So he is basically a glasses boy, keeps glasses on him all the time. I made an animation on that, which is up on my channel. But yes, he's also part of a trio with his friends Yanta and Vanilla, which are my other two OC. And aside from looking like an absolute nerd, he is a very soft-hearted boyo. And he's very soft-spoken. I do have voice cannons of him on my story highlights on my Instagram if you want to take a listen to what I think he sounds like. But he's a very soft-spoken person who wears glasses and is a nerd. But also, he is pretty sporty, which is, I don't think many people know that about him. Filipino genes means he has humongous calves, he bikes a lot, and he's also a badminton guy who plays badminton as a hobby. And I'd like to envision in my mind that he goes on lots of morning runs, takes walks all the time with his dog named Chica, who's also in one of my other animations, A Clover in My Palm, which is also up on my channel. But I guess why he's more of an underrated, not really too popular character of mine is because he's more of the slice of life, like normal kind of guy. However, in my OC lore universe world, we have categories of people called either magicians or demons. Demons are basically like werewolves and like stuff that can transform into other beings and stuff like that. And then magicians are basically the guys who only wield powers, have special abilities that they can wield, not necessarily like with transformation or anything. Those are like the two categories alongside humans. In my OC universe, I hope that makes sense, but Lucky was born into a family who was supposed to be magicians, but he kind of took a while to develop his little ability, kind of like Deku from My Hero Academia. Except he eventually does get his abilities through various testing at some labs, which unfortunately kind of made him really scared of like sciencey stuff and like hospitals and testing and stuff like that, which is very ironic because his dad's a scientist and his mom is a doctor. But I digress. So because of that, I think he grew up to be a little bit of a crybaby. He cries at a lot of things. He's not afraid to shed tears, and he is severely afraid of needles and testing and stuff like that. Really want to draw a comic about that, but oh goodness, I just have no time anymore. No time, guys. And I still have to do my webtoon. I have a webtoon, by the way. It's called The 71 Liars. I haven't touched it in 3 years, but trust me, I'm working on it. But okay, this is getting out of hand. I'm going to end this off by talking about how I do sketchbook spreads. So I took a lot of inspiration from my old sketchbooks where I used to use a lot of mediums on one page, which is probably why most of my Copics are dead now. Because I would usually just do full Copic illustrations these days, but this time I decided I was just like, okay, let me use my Precious Copics on a sketchbook spread. And so I did that alongside some color pencils and some acrylic marker, which was very fun to see like all together. I think it stayed cohesive just because I drew one character on all of the pages, and this is my problem with sketchbook spreads because I have to do a lot of planning in order to make it look nice. But I know some people who just draw really random things on a sketchbook, and I used to just do random doodles and somehow they just turned really nice, but I don't know why I was overthinking it this time. However, I digress. I decided to tie it all in with doing some random pen doodles in the back with just colored pen, like the taiyaki and the strawberry. But yeah, this is just a really loose representation of what my sketchbook spreads do look like. And I know if I do this more often, I'll get more comfortable and back into the rhythm. But guys, my old sketchbook spreads just peaked and you already know it. I did try to go out of my comfort zone with the Copic piece and the little decorations that I would put around it, because I don't normally do that when I do serious pieces, and I really tried to stay non-serious when I was working on this piece, and I think it showed up. I think it showed up a little bit in the result, but that's up to you guys to decide. Now, the reason why I drew Lucky with strawberries and the color pink and those kinds of motifs in both the keychain design and the sketchbook spread was just because he is a strawberry connoisseur. He loves strawberry flavored things. He also loves strawberries. His grandparents has a strawberry farm that's near his house, and he would go there every summer. And that's how he also bonded with one of his best friends, Yanta, who also loves strawberry flavored things. So they always go to convenience store and try seeing the new limited edition strawberry flavors that are released and stuff like that. And then of course, I could not get taiyaki out of my mind when I was thinking about designs to do. So I just drew Lucky being eaten by a taiyaki because I do enjoy a lot of merches that are food and snack based. I think those guys are really cute. So I wanted to put my own spin on it. I would have drawn him with a strawberry milk, but I thought that drawing him inside the taiyaki would have been a little bit funnier. I don't know. Should I start a merch shop? I don't know, guys. But this is really fun. If you guys have a shot, please try MaxEmblem out. I am giving them a huge shout out right now. They are so cool. Love you guys. Love you, MaxEmblem. Shout out. Yeah, let's go. Also, speaking of shoutouts, I want to shout out myself really quick. I am finally on VGen, guys. If you want a commission from me, my commissions are open and they are on VGen. There are limited slots, but I hope you guys check it out or just share the link with your friends. It will help me a lot. And yeah, here on the screen is a little bit of what my VGen looks like. I don't know if you guys are very interested in my style or what I have to offer. Yeah, if you guys like it, please commission me. Yeah. It would be so fun to draw for you guys. I would love to draw your silly little OCs and do whatever for you. I will draw you. You guys are so cool and awesome. I just wanted to shout myself out really quick. I haven't hard launched this actually, so honestly, you guys are one of the first people to hear this. I don't know if this is a hard launch, but to those who are watching this video, now you know that my commissions are open. And this is a secret between us unless you decide to share it. But yes, my commissions are open. Link in the description or whatever. Yeah, let's go. Thank you so much in advance for anyone who decides to check out my VGen or the link or decides to drop a follow or even commission me. I appreciate you guys so much for even getting this far into this video. Yes, this yap session, I'm going to go insane. But yes, I've yapped throughout this entire video, I'm editing this right now and the whole entire timeline is just sound waves. So probably once you stop this video, you'll get a release of silence, which honestly, thank you for watching this far. I appreciate you guys so much. I know I haven't been uploading lately, but thank you for watching and sticking by me regardless. You guys are the OGs. You guys are so real for this. You guys are so cool. I love you guys are awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video now. See you in the outro. Please watch. Yes! Okay, so this is the final results. Whoops. This is the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you couldn't tell by the state of my nails, this took a while to film. I hope you enjoy this, regardless of how long it took me to put this up. Thank you again to MaxEmblem for providing me with these little lucky charms. Very durable, as I did mention. And yeah, check them out, link in my description. These are so cool. So awesome. But yeah, this is my OC Lucky. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and yeah, goodbye.